Hey guys, welcome back to S.H.Figuarts. If you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and like the video. Today we're going to take a look at the S.H.Figuarts, Kenshin Himura, and Hajime Saito, both from the same anime. And I've done this before where I review two figures at the same time, and I think I'm going to start doing that more often. Because Kenshin came out a while back, I just never make time for it, and this guy came out this month, and yeah, I just thought it will be fun to just like do both of them at once. It can save my time and save your time as well. And yeah, I thought it'd be cool. The figures from the same series, like looking like this side by side, right? Yeah, I think the packaging nowadays are like super awesome. And yeah, let's bust this thing open and see what we got. Very nice. And here's the figures still in there, and the packaging looking beautiful. I love the amount of accessories we got here, and let's check them out. Alright, and here we have the figures out of the box, and my first impression on these two is pretty good. At first I was very about the articulation, especially Kenshin, but I can see that they're trying to make improvement over these samurai outfits, like Bleach, and I think the main girl from House Paradise. Anyways, I think the biggest improvement here is that they added like a ball joint here. This ball joint just makes the whole playing experience feels a lot better, because Kenshin has to do a lot of crazy poses, but some of the swivel and stuff, it is a little bit limiting. Like for instance, you can only like twist over here. You can't go anything above that. But I think for human, you can't go anything above that either, unless you take like really good yoga classes. But yeah, I'm just glad that they are making improvements. Because for Bleach figures, it's really annoying to me that they didn't have the ball joint here for Bleach figures. Like, just makes the whole tree trunk leg feels really bad. And I think for Saito here is very straightforward. I'm overall very happy with this. Like, we have some of the soft material all around, and he is a tall figure, which I was very worried about also, because Loy Forger really makes me have bad experience with S.H.Figuarts taller figures. The articulation feels really awkward for Loy Forger, but not for this guy here. Saito actually feels amazing. The head sculpt is really good, but I feel like the hair could be a little bit sharper. Kind of feel like there could be a little bit more detail here. This feels kind of flat to me. But yeah, otherwise I think he looks good. And for Kenshin, looks like he walked out straight from the anime. For the hair and all that, I think it's okay. And we also have soft material here as well. Oh wow, I need to cut my nails again. And yeah, I think we can jump straight into the articulation. Overall, good first impression. And for the articulation, let's quickly go over it from the neck down. He can look up about this much, look down about this much. You can tilt his head side to side, no problem. Move it all the way around. And then for the ponytail, it's just on the ball joint. And for the shoulder, we have very nice butterfly joint. It's one of those Revoltech design where like the ball joint goes over like that in that angle. And then you can raise it up only about this much. I think this part of it is kind of hindered because of the aesthetics. This plastic like just kind of gets into the way when you're trying to do this. But I'm gonna try to do more action posing and see like what it can do. And then you do have bicep swivel, can curl about this much, which is quite a lot. And you do get a hinge ball wrist, and you also have like a movement over here for the forearm. And for the ab crunch, I don't think there's articulation over there, but I think this is one of those like Dragon Ball figures design where the gi over here or like the shirt is on a softer material, so it allows for more articulation. But I just don't see articulation over here for the ab crunch, so I will consider that non-existent. And basically, you only have articulation over here. And then for the leg, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. I feel like they put a little bit too much plastic over here. And I don't think this needs to be like so restricting. But anyways, he can't really do the splits because of the plastic over here, even though it's supposed to be soft material. Kick up about this high, bend about this much, and thigh swivel is only limiting to this range. And then like I mentioned earlier, this ball joint, however, is very nice. And then you do have very nice ankle pivot and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation. So overall, I don't know, I would rate this as 7 out of 10 for Kenshin. It is a little bit awkward in some places, and it's really nice in some places. But I'll have to play around to know like, if it's really good. To just try to like do poses that he does in the anime. And yeah, let's check out Saito articulation. And for Saito, let's quickly go over it on the neck down as well. He can look up about this much, look down about this much. You can tilt his head or move all the way. And then for the shoulder, we have a very nice butterfly joint. Probably the best I've seen in quite a while. You can only raise his arm up about this much. You have bicep swivel, can curl about this much, and you do get a ball hinge wrist. And for the ab crunch, you can bend forward about this much. This part is on a softened material, but again, this is kind of hindered. And this kind of design really reminds me of the Figma design, where this whole piece is a softened material. And for the leg, you can kick up about this high, and that is a little bit hindered. And you can bend about this much, thigh swivel, side to side pivot, and toe hinge. I believe that's it for the articulation. Overall, I feel like this is pretty standard and pretty good. Again, I really hope like Loy Forger has this kind of articulation. Loy Forger's articulation feels like crap to this day. That's why I stopped collecting that line. And yeah, let's check out the accessories. And for the accessories, we can start with Kenshin's default face, and I think it looks good. This is pretty standard. And then we get a teeth gritting angry face. And next up, we get a smiling face, which is pretty cute. I wish we get more characters to go with this though. And then we get like a closed eye smiling face. And the last one we got is a comical relief. Also really cute, but if they're gonna give us 3 cute faces, I would like more side characters, please. And then we do have a shouting face from Saito's DLC, which is really nice. I'm a big fan when it comes to DLC, to be honest, because I usually collect them all. And for the interchangeable hands, first off we get a pair of relaxed open hands, and these are always nice. And next up we get a pair of style opposing hands. And then of course we get a pair of hands to hold the katana, very nicely painted and sculpted. Of course we have that detail where the sharp side is upside down, and then here is the katana and the scabbard. Yeah, there's a ball joint over here. Really nice. And lastly, we get one left hand to hold the katana like so, which is pretty cool, and an interchangeable piece so it doesn't have the pack over here. That's really cool. And for Saito, let's start with the default face, and I think he looks pretty good. But again, the hair sculpt can use a little bit more detail, and it looks a little bit too symmetrical to me. I kind of wish it's like more asymmetrical. And next up, we get a confident smirk, which I'm always a fan of when it comes to anime characters. And then we get a teeth gritting angry face. And the last one we got is a shouting face. I think he's got a pretty good selection of faces here. And lastly, for Saito's interchangeable hands, I think it's interesting because they don't come in pairs. They're actually catered for specific poses for left hand and right hand. I'm not going to show you guys here, but I'll show you guys during the action posing. And I'm also very surprised that they have a cigarette hand. Because the last time I checked, cigarette sometimes is banned for action figures in Japan. But I don't know like what is the baseline here, because why is he able to have it? Interesting. But anyways, I believe that's everything. And let's check out some action posing. Here is his katana. Pretty cool. Let's check it out. And for the size comparison, then I'll start with some Dragon Ball figures, and I think the scale is kind of all over the places, so it's down to personal preference. And next up, we have my favorite, the Naruto S.H.Figuarts, looking pretty good. And then we have some JJK S.H.Figuarts. And then we have some One Piece S.H.Figuarts and Jin from Tekken. And lastly, we have some Figma and Mafex, and let's jump straight into the final thoughts. Alright, so for the final thoughts, I like these two quite a lot, and I do highly recommend the series. Saito is fairly straightforward, it's just a tall S.H.Figuarts, and I think it's better than Loy Forger from Sky Family. The articulation feels really good. And I really do appreciate the lower body articulation of Kenshin. It's a big upgrade compared to the Bleach figures. And yeah, I think that's it from me. Do let me know in the comments on what you think. These comes with a lot of accessories, and hopefully the line does well and we can see more characters. I like it. And this is Eric. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.